You see them everywhere, right? On the side of trucks, in your mailbox, popping up in your search results. But have you ever really stopped to think about the story a local ad is trying to tell you? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to deconstruct a local plumber's website and figure out the exact playbook they use to turn a common household problem into a sale. It always starts with a question, doesn't it? A jolt of ice-cold water when you are absolutely not expecting it. I mean, we've all been there. This isn't just a question. It's an immediate gut-level connection to a problem. It's the perfect hook to pull you in. And that feeling, that shock, the frustration, that is exactly where a really smart sales pitch begins. You know, the first step in any good story is to introduce the villain. And in this case, the villain isn't just a leaky pipe. It's something much more universal. The dreaded cold shower problem. Okay, now notice how they immediately make the problem bigger. It's not just about the discomfort of the cold water anymore. They're also hitting you with the financial pain of high energy bills. This is so smart because it taps into our fear of losing money. So by naming both problems, the physical one and the financial one, they're casting a much wider net and basically saying, hey, we get the whole picture of your frustration. So every story that has a villain, well, it needs a hero to save the day. And right on cue, the ad introduces one. But it's not a person in a cape. It's a specific piece of technology. And this is really key. They aren't just selling plumbing services. No, they're presenting a very specific modern hero, a tankless solution. So what is this hero exactly? It's a tankless water heater. The ad doesn't just assume you know what it is. It gives you a super simple, benefit-focused definition. Instant hot water, on demand. No confusing jargon, just the core value right up front. And here we have a classic marketing move, the side-by-side comparison. It's all about framing the choice. On the left, you've got all the bad stuff about the old way. That's the villain's work. And on the right, they present their solution, the hero, as the clear winner on every single point. The goal here is to make your decision feel not just easy, but totally obvious. But a really smart business knows that the sale doesn't just end when you buy the product. The real value, the thing that keeps you coming back, is the service. They're not just selling you a box off a shelf. They're selling you a long-term relationship, what you could call a complete service cycle. And they break this relationship down into 3 really clear pillars. First, expert installation. We'll get it set up right. Second, efficient repairs. If anything goes wrong, we'll be there to fix it, fast. And third, preventative maintenance. We'll help you take care of it so it doesn't break in the first place. See how that changes things? It turns a one-time purchase into a long-term promise of reliability. Now we get to a huge hurdle for any contractor, trust. I mean, how do you convince a total stranger to let you into their home and mess with something as important as their plumbing? The next few slides show us exactly how they tackle that challenge. They don't just come out and say, trust us. They try to earn it and earn it quickly using what marketers call proof points. These are basically just fast, verifiable signals that tell you they're legitimate and professional. And here is a perfect example. They don't just claim to be licensed, they show you the receipts. They give you the actual license numbers. You know, this little detail is so crucial. It moves their claim from a generic promise to something you can actually verify. It just screams professionalism to a customer who's probably pretty skeptical. Right here, they're tackling 2 of the biggest fears anyone has when hiring a contractor. First, are they going to hit me with hidden fees? And second, are they going to ghost me if something goes wrong later? This promise of transparent pricing and excellent service is designed to disarm those specific worries right from the start. Okay, so they've laid all the groundwork. They identified the problem, they introduced the hero, they built up trust. Now comes the most important part of the whole thing, the call to action. How do they actually turn a curious website visitor into a paying customer? The whole website is basically a funnel. It's designed to grab a curious visitor, give them information, build up their confidence, and then guide them step by step toward one single specific action. And it all leads to this, the phone number. This isn't just contact info tucked away at the bottom of the page. No, this is the destination. Every single word, every image, every license number on that site is engineered to get you to do one thing: pick up your phone and make the call. But wait, there's one last really clever piece to this puzzle. Right before they ask you to call, the pitch does something pretty subtle. It asks a qualifying question. And this isn't just for you, the customer. It's also for the business. It's a brilliant little move to manage everyone's expectations.
And here's how they do it. By clearly listing their service areas, they're filtering out anyone they can't actually help. This is great for them because it pre-qualifies their leads, making sure the calls they get are from the right customers. It's just a super efficient final step to focus their energy where it really counts. So there you have it, from a miserable cold shower all the way to a phone call. It's a perfectly crafted story. Now that you know the framework, you identify the problem, introduce the hero, show your proof, and then call to action. You're going to start seeing this absolutely everywhere. The next ad you see won't just be an ad. It'll be a story that you can break down piece by piece.